I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't gonna get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You gotta understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning, because you gotta work hard for me, because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not gonna be easy street, because I need to be satisfied, because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, that is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces, and then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
You know, I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, you know, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity, or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know. That was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you're doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.
Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man, is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Yo, we here. We are here. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to my lovely, sexy, awesome, stupendous lady, April MC in the building. Shout out to April. Shout out to Duke Alex in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to Abba. What's good? High profile. What's popping? No data. Who else we got up in here? Real King is in the building. Ludway is in the building. BVS007 is in the building. High profile. What's going on? Joe Blast is in the building. What's going on with you? Who else we got up in here? Cardio King 89 in the building. What's up? Shout out to June Sports in the building. Who else we got up in here? Corey 2S was popping. Lucid is in the building. Kobe Lean in the building. Man with the cigar is in the building. John Franklin, what's going on? Lewis, Nick, what's going on? TMJ, what's popping? So today, guys, we're going to be talking about how, women use men that they don't like. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that today. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me make sure that my shit is nice and clear up in this piece. You feel me? But anyway, so we're going to talk about how women use men that they don't like. So there was this, post that went up, I saw today, and it was of this girl who I guess went on vacation, and she posted a picture of her and some guy. I don't know if it was her boyfriend or just some dude she on vacation with or whatever. But basically, I'll show you real quick. This is like the picture. Hold on. Let me take this off real quick. So I kind of cropped it because I didn't, she was showing a whole bunch of titty meat, you feel me? And I didn't want a lot of the titty meat to be on YouTube and all that. But if you notice, she cropped out the guy's face, right? And so what happens is this could be, her boyfriend, which is disrespectful, right? Or it could be some simp taking her on vacation, and then she's cropping out his face. You feel what I'm saying? And basically putting that guy or putting herself up in leaving the guy out, right? And a lot of times what happens is that when women do shit like this, it's straight disrespect, and they basically look at you as either a loser or just some guy that they're using, a guy for whatever reason they're not really that into, and they'll do, stupid, crazy shit like that. And what I'm going to show you guys, 2 other videos real quick. But what I want you guys to understand is that when women don't like you, they're going to use you. And guys, the call-in number is 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. So make sure you guys hit that number up and call in. And also remember, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com. That's so you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. And right now on the Bad Boy membership, we have this program, how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women. So all of you guys should go on the Bad Boy membership right now and get that program. Check that program out. I'm telling you, and the reason why you got to train yourself to deal with hot women is because if you don't have experience out here in this game, what's going to happen is when you are around these hot chicks, they're going to overpower you. And what I mean by that is that their beauty, their physical, attractiveness is going to take over the situation. You're going to start doing shit you didn't think you was going to do. You're going to start simping, tricking. You're going to start acting all out of character. All those things are going to happen because you haven't trained yourself to be around and deal with hot women. So that program is going to teach you not only to attract those women, but to keep those women around if you want, actual longer term situations with these chicks. You feel me? Right? So what I want to talk about is this. And guys, remember, make sure you guys make sure you also, guys, let me say this before we continue. Make sure you guys also go to masculineidentitymembership.com. That is where you learn who you are, what you're about, so you can attract what's for you out here in the dating game. So make sure you guys also do that. And also make sure that you guys go to this website. Let me put this up right on the screen real quick. Make sure that you guys go to CunninghamElements.com. You feel me? To get the masculine identity soap, the parfum, the shea butter, all at CunninghamElements.com. Make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. And also make sure you guys go to shoplocario.com, where you can get your online dating consultations. Make sure you hit up myself in April so you can step up your online dating game, because you guys are missing out. There's a lot of chicks online that you could be getting right now in your bedroom, going on dates, hooking up, having sex with, but you guys want to be there lazy and not make shit happen. You're like, oh, Locario, April, this stuff isn't working. Online dating sucks and it doesn't work. It's like, yeah, it's not working because you're doing it wrong. So if you want to do it right, I'm telling you guys, go here and get your online dating consultations. You feel what I'm saying? And look at this. We already got comments on here. So it says, definitely recommend this product. They were giving me information that I didn't even know I needed until now. If you have any blind spots, this will help you 100%. And we got another joint says, Mr. Locario and April are amazing at what they do. I recently updated my dating profiles and I'm already getting better results. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure that you guys sign up for your online dating consultations and stop fucking around. I'm telling you. And also make sure you guys go get the Master the Vetting Process program. If you do not have the Master the Vetting Process program, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. And this one has a lot of ratings right here. It's like about 16 joints. I ain't even going to go through and read all these, but you guys can read all these on your own. 5-star ratings for the Master the Vetting Process program. Go to shoplocario.com to get your copy today. And also go here to get the books, the audio programs, all the other stuff on shoplocario.com today. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. Let's jump right into this. So we're talking about, and guys, call the number 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. So we're talking about, women, using men they don't like. And understand this. What happens is when a woman doesn't really like you, she is going to use you basically like an object. You understand what I'm saying? And what happens is that when you're being used like an object, the woman is basically just using you for her agenda. So either she's going to use you for your money, she's going to use you for your time, she's going to use you just for attention, she's going to use you to, dump her emotional baggage on. She's going to use you for all of these different things, right? And she's using you because she doesn't really like you. And when a woman doesn't really like you, she has to be able to use you so it's beneficial for her to be there. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that when you are the guy she's using, understand this is happening because there has to be a benefit in it for her to deal with you, right? And so if she's not attracted to you sexually, if she doesn't want to be your girl, right, then she has to find something else that she can, make you useful for. So if you have a lot of money, cool. Let me use him for his money. Let him take me on these trips, buy me these clothes, spend money on my rent, whatever it is. Let me use this sucker for his money, right? Or let me use him for attention. I really don't like him like that. I'm most likely not going to have sex with him, but I know he likes me. So let me use him for his attention. He'll talk to me on the phone. He'll hang out with me. Maybe I'll put him in the friend zone, all this other stuff, right? And so what'll happen is that she'll use you for that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? And all this does is that it wastes your time. Now, this is why I tell you guys to make sure that you are direct with women. You let women know exactly what you want. You make sure you're leading women, right? So therefore, they can't use you. You understand? And guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your questions at the end. But if you are actually the type of motherfucker who knows what he wants, he lets women know what he wants, and he only deals with women who cooperate, it's going to be hard for you to get used. Now, if you are the opposite, if you're very indirect, if you're the type of guy who is scared to, let women know what you want because you're scared of hearing no. If you're the type of guy who beats around the bush, if you're the type of guy who, is, just following a woman because she's hot, right? Then what's going to happen is that it's more likely that you're going to get used, because it's easier for a woman to use you when you are not direct. It's easier for a woman to use you when you're the insecure type of guy who just wants to be around her. You want her that bad that you're willing to do what she says and go in the direction that she wants to go in, right? Now, let me show you this video really quick. Let's pull up this video really quick because this shit is hilarious. I saw this and I was like, this is actually what made me have the idea of doing today's show. But the other picture was just something that I was reminded of. I was like, oh, let me grab that picture too. But look at this video. It's going to be about a minute 26 seconds. I want you to watch this video and I want you to see what this girl is saying. And then we're going to talk about how crazy this is. Check this out.
I think it's perfectly socially acceptable to go on dates as a hobby. Like one of my hobbies is going on first dates. And here I am. I go on the first date, like, sure, yeah, to meet the guy, to talk, get to know them, tell them about me, like, see if there's potential love there, like, whatever. Like, that's a small part of it. The big part of it is that I go and I get to try a new restaurant or a new spot in Boston. And usually, if not always, it's fun to buy the guy. So I'm like, ooh, like, let's go explore a little bit. Let's try to, like, grow what I know about my city. And then when I go out with my friends, I can be like, oh my God, I went to this really cool new spot. Like, let me show you. So I always try to get the guy to, like, pick a restaurant that I haven't been to yet, or pick a cool new up-and-coming spot or whatever. So anyway, today we are going to the F1 arcade in Seaport, which I haven't been to, but it's like run by like the F1 racing company or whatever, and it's got like all these like simulators and I don't know, like professional race car driving games. So that's what we're doing today. Never been. The offer was that or Pet Shack, and I'm like, I've already done Pet Shack, and like Cisco's right there, so that might be a part of it. But I'm really excited to go and check it out and try something new and explore more of my city, because if I'm gonna go on a date and like this guy might be great, but he might also just like, most likely most of them are just like not my vibe, like, and that's fine. But at least I'm gonna go try a new spot and go drive some fast cars.
So sad. So sad. So basically what she's saying is that she goes on dates as a hobby. That's her hobby, to go on dates with random guys that she's not really into, so that she can find new places in her city to go to and explore the places. Now, remember, like I said, if a woman is not interested in you, she needs something else there to benefit her. So she's like, well, look, you know what? These guys suck. But at least if he takes me to this new place I've never been to, it'll be worth it, right? And so the reason why she's even allowed to make this happen is because the guys don't know how to lead. They don't have game. You feel what I'm saying? And they're just, these guys are just going along with the shit that the woman's talking about. So basically, this is how she uses guys that she doesn't like. She's like, well, I'm not interested in him. And notice what she said in the end. She said, most of these guys, they're not my vibe, right? So what happens is that women, right, for most women, most guys they talk to, interact with, deal with, even go on dates with, they're not really feeling them. You understand what I'm saying? They're not feeling these guys. And they're not feeling these guys because these guys don't have game, right? So when you have all these guys who don't have game, you're going to have a lot of these guys who are getting used. But what happens is that now she's going to be going on more dates using more guys. And then she's going to come to you. And if you have game, sometimes what will happen is that because she's so used to using guys, she's going to come to you and try to use you too. But if you have game, then you'll be able to let her know what you want to do, have her follow what you're trying to do, and then make the shit happen. But I bet you with these guys she's talking about, it's a lot of guys where they're probably asking her, so what do you want to do? Where would you like to go? And then she's just telling them, oh, I want to try out this place over at so-and-so. I haven't been there. Or a guy might call her up and say, or hit her up and say, hey, let's go get some coffee. And she'd be like, actually, I'm really not in the mood for coffee, but can we go to this other place, right? So then because the guy don't have game, he'll be like, okay, that's cool. And then he'll go with her to the other place, right? So whatever the other place is that she hasn't tried out, she will use that guy to go to that other place. And this is why I'm trying to tell you guys that if you guys are out here and you're dealing with women who don't like you, right? This is the type of shit that's going to happen. You're going to get women that are going to be dealing with you based on them going on dates as a hobby. You're just going to be the guy that she's entertaining herself with for the day. And that's why it's going to be fucked up, because what happens is that because you don't realize she don't like you, then you're going to get used. See, a lot of guys think that just because a woman agrees to go on a date, she likes him. They think just because a woman is looking at them, checking them out, she likes them. You see what I'm saying? But as you can see, just because a woman decides to go out with you, talk to you, just interact with you in any type of way, it doesn't mean that she's interested. I always keep trying to tell you guys, the only way to find out if a woman is really interested is you have to give that woman instructions, and you have to see if she's going to follow your lead. You have to see if she's going to be cooperative. And not only do you have to see if she's cooperative, you have to see if she's going to be cooperative consistently. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. So if you are not seeing consistent cooperation, right, there's no way to know if the woman likes you. Just because you tell a girl, hey, let's go to, so-and-so for a date. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't mean because she says yes, she likes you. Just because a girl gets on the phone and talks to you about nothing doesn't mean she likes you. You understand? Even sometimes when a girl has sex with you, doesn't mean she likes you. You understand what I'm saying? Does not mean that. So what you guys have to understand is that if you don't understand this game, you're going to get used. You're going to get used. Now, guys, you can call up. Call the numbers 844-672-7300. 844-672-7300 is the number. And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. We'll get to your questions there at the end. And make sure you guys, call up, because you're not going to be on here too long. We're probably going to be on here another, maybe 45 minutes. So, make sure that you call in as soon as possible if you want to call in. And if you have a question, put your question in as soon as possible, and we'll get to your questions at the end. Now, I want to show you another video, which is very interesting, because this is going to show you another way that women will use you. And this one is pretty quick. It's 30 seconds. And basically, this is a video of a woman who allegedly got DM'd by Chris Brown. And she's basically talking about how, she's like, who cares? I don't care that it's Chris Brown. I don't really want this guy. Right. But let's watch the video real quick. Check
you
this
want
out.
the screenshots? Here, damn. Here you go. These DMs ain't much to them, just fire emojis. If you're wondering why don't you respond, it's Chris fucking Brown. I got a man that I fucking love. Okay, you got me. That's my man, my man, my man. And two, it's just Chris Brown. A, he ain't my type. He could look like he could be my fucking brother. And B, he's just a famous dude. Famous dudes are just like regular dudes with a bunch of money. And I got money, so I don't need a rich dude.
So basically, the Chris Brown allegedly DM'd this girl. And I say allegedly because, you know, a lot of times on these fucking apps, you can make it look like somebody DM'd you and shit. You could, you know, Photoshop, whatever. But let's say that this is actually Chris Brown who DM'd this chick, right? And she's making a video about the fact that Chris Brown DM'd her. And not only that he DM'd her that, but she's like, I don't want him. I don't want him. Get him out of here.
Get out of here, you damn nigga.
Right? She's like, get this nigga out of here. Right now. Why would she bother to make a video about this? Because she's using Chris Brown, right, to basically boost herself up. She's using Chris Brown for clout. So she's like, I don't like this nigga, but I'll use him though. You understand what I'm saying? Because she could have saw the DM, right, and just laughed it off and then kept it moving, right? But she had to, you know, make a whole video and let the world know, hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm so valuable and awesome that Chris Brown DM'd me. But remember, she's using that as a way to big herself up. So sometimes what will happen is that women will use guys they don't like to big themselves up. So it don't even got to be somebody famous. It can be a regular guy DMing a chick or trying to talk to her. And she's like, oh, look at this guy that's talking to me, so that she feels good about the fact that she's getting hollered at. So trust and believe, she likes the fact that Chris Brown hollered at her. Don't get it twisted, because that's an ego boost for her. Like, look at this. These famous niggas is hollering at me. You understand what I'm saying? That's an ego boost for her. Now, whether she actually was interested in him or not, who the fuck knows? But what I'm saying is that she is using him for clout. You understand what I'm saying? So remember, when a woman doesn't like you, right, that will not stop her from using you. But the way to make sure that you don't waste your time dealing with a woman who's going to use you is you have to be a guy that can't be used. And you're a guy who can't be used when you only deal with women who cooperate with you. Because understand this, when a woman is cooperating with you and she's, you know, following your lead, she can't use you because her response, her reaction to you, her dealing with you is based on your terms. You see what I'm saying? Her dealing with you is based on you, meaning it's based on what you want to do. So there's no way for her to use you. See, you can only get used when you're the type of guy who's going to deal with a woman on her terms. You only get used when you're the type of guy who doesn't lead. You only get used when you're the type of guy who's indirect. You'll get used if you're the type of guy waiting for choosing signals. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get used. But if you're the type of guy who is, you know, the guy who's actually going to, you know, stand on your shit and just do you, then you can't get used. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So understand that when you're dealing with a girl and she is showing you anything besides high interest, right? Understand that you are preparing yourself, or you should prepare yourself to get used. So if it's not high interest, she's going to use you, or she's using you already. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. But see, a lot of guys, they don't understand that. And then so they'll continue to deal with a woman who's going to use them. Because remember, if she don't like you, she has to use you, or else you're useless. Because see, understand this. Even when a woman likes you, she's still using you for her benefit, But what happens is that she's reciprocating based on your program. So meaning that she's using you, but she's benefiting you because she's actually following you. But if she's not following you, if she doesn't really like you, then she's only using you for her benefit. Do you see what I'm saying? And see, that's why you guys got to understand that when you will have a woman in your presence, it doesn't really matter unless she's on your program. Because if she's not on your program, she's using you just for her benefit without giving you anything in return. You understand what I'm saying? But some guys are so lame that they're just happy to be dealing with a woman in the first place. But let me see what some of these questions are saying. It says, what's a good way to assess if a boundary you set with a woman's insecurity or no tolerance of disrespect? Wait, what? What's a good way to assess if a boundary you set with a woman's insecurity or no tolerance or what? Yo, Jasper, you got to call up, fam. I don't know what you're talking about. Does anybody understand this question? I'm confused. You understand what I'm saying? I'm confused. Like somebody explain this to me, break it all the way down. Because I'm like, what are you talking about? But call in. It says, I'm getting a lot of views and decent amount of likes, but hardly any responses, or I get views and not the like. What the fuck? My photo's good. Is the woman feel unqualified for a man like me? So truth perspective, right? So this is the thing. The thing is you need to get coaching, which is why I tell you guys to go to shoplocario.com so you can book your online dating consultation. You feel what I'm saying? With myself and April, so we can get you right. But what I'll say one thing is this, right? Because you're saying you get a lot of views and decent amount of likes, but hardly any responses, or you get views and not the like. My photos are good. As a woman feel unqualified for. Okay, so my question to you would be, right? What site are you on? Because you're saying you're getting views and likes, but are you getting the matches? You're saying you're actually getting matches? Hold on, what'd you say? He said we are not his priority. What? What are you talking about? I'm confused. What does that mean? What does that mean? So true perspective. You need to get coaching, fam. Like ASAP. You need to get coaching. Let me see what this says. Hold on. Let me see where we at. It says, how do I stop getting nervous when I pass by a girl I find attractive? Okay, so this is what I'm gonna need you to do, man with cigar, right? You need to go to badboymembership.com and get this program, how to train yourself in 90 days to attract and maintain hot women. You need to get that ASAP. This is exactly why I tell you guys to join the Bad Boy membership. This is exactly why I came out with this program. I'm glad you asked the question, but this is exactly why I came out with the program. Because you say, how do I stop getting nervous when I pass by a girl I find attractive? The reason why you're getting nervous when you pass by a girl you find attractive is because you are not used to dealing with women who are attractive like that. You said you need to rewatch again. Well, yeah, the thing is, if you watched it, you have to do the thing, and don't say it in the chat, but you have to do the thing I said in there. That thing I said that you got to do for 90 days, you got to do that. You got to start doing that first. And then once you start doing that, then you're on your way to training yourself to, deal with these hot chicks. So you said he doesn't want to pay for a consultation right now. We aren't a priority for him. Oh, I gotta hit this button. That's messed up. That's messed up. True perspective. That's messed up. But see, this is the thing. This is what you guys gotta understand, right? Is that we're not gonna like beg you guys to get the consultation. Like, we're good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm good, April's good, we're good. We don't like, we're doing this for y'all. You understand what I'm saying? We're doing this for y'all. That's for you guys to step up your shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like we're good. I don't have problems with online dating. You understand what I'm saying? So what we're trying to tell you is that when you guys are ready to actually step up your game, we're here for you. Understand this, and I'll say this. Wherever you are at right now, you're there now because you don't have the game to be where you want to be. Because if you had the game to be where you wanted to be, you would be there right now. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand that. You guys got to understand that shit. All right. So you said, is this a good analogy? Pedestalizing a baddie is like paying $50 for a bottle of tap water just because the packaging looks expensive. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's what happens. So a lot of guys, unfortunately, what they do is they have this illusion of what a hot chick is because they haven't had a hot chick. So they put a hot chick on a pedestal, which means they put so much value on her because she's hot. But what happens is that when you start going out here dating, like, let me tell you guys something. So when I used to model back in the day, right? Around that time when I was modeling, when I was like in my early 20s and shit, right? I used to go to a lot of different parties, events where, 90% of the women were, chicks that you would consider 8s, 9s, and 10s. You understand? So in those times, right? These were most of the women that I was around hooking up with. You understand what I'm saying? Doing, dating, doing shit like that, right? And so what happens is that when you're around that and you are hooking up with these chicks and hanging out and talking and all this other shit, right? What happens is that the allure of it dissipates. It becomes normal. It becomes nothing. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes nothing. But also what happens is that what you realize is that there's nothing different about a chick being hotter than another chick. So meaning, for example, I've never, and I'm just going to use the mythical scale of 1 to 10 just to make this easier to explain. So what I'm saying is I've never made out with a chick that I consider, let's say, a 6 and was like, oh my God, this is much worse than making out and kissing a 9. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh my God, this 9, her lips and her kissing is so much better because she's a 9 versus kissing this girl who's a 6. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was never fucking a chick and I was like, oh man, this 6 is I while I'm fucking, but when I was fucking that 9 though, oh my God, it was amazing. Like that's never been a thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's never been a thing. Like the feeling of the sexual interaction was never like more enjoyable based on the look. Never. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why you guys got to actually get out. You said, did not say that. That's how you want to take that. It's not on me. I said, I'm saving for when I need the coaching for a particular situation. My cold approach is fire. I don't need online. I like it. Okay, well, hey, do what you got to do, fam. Do what you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. So all I would say to you is this, is that make sure whatever you're saying to yourself is the truth. Because a lot of times what happens is that, and this is not just guys, this is people in general. What happens is people will tell themselves lies because they don't want to have to face the truth. And the lie is comforting them so they don't actually have to deal with the reality. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I hope you're telling yourself the truth. Because you said your cold approach is fire. I hope it is. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is this, even if your cold approach is fire, right? My question to you would be, if your cold approach is fire, then why are you having trouble online sending messages? You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I would love to know. But he said most of these hot chicks don't even know how to fuck. They just be laying there as if they're doing you a favor. That's a fact. That is a fact. Some women, and this is because what most of the time that happens is that because a lot of women that would be considered conventionally attractive, they get a lot of people, a lot of guys simping for them. And so because the guys simp for them and, you know, treat them special and give them whatever they want, when it comes to the bedroom, they feel like, oh, I could just lay here, let him do what he got to do and keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? So where was we at? You say, look, Locario, didn't you say once that your mom used to use the doofus car? My mom did the same to some simp to fix her smoke alarms and kitchen repairs to bail to Colorado. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So whenever a woman doesn't like you, she's going to use you, right? Because my mom told me she used this guy to drive her around in his car and shit. She didn't really like the guy. So, you know, it's like, well, I don't like him, so I'll just use him for his car. That's how that works. That's how that works. This says because male celebs lead with MLS. What is MLS? Is that money, looks, and status? Is that what he's saying? And not game, they appear a less confident and lacking true self-worth, inner core confidence, natural killer instinct. Is that a question? I'm confused. You might have to call up True Perspective. Call up, fam. Stop it. What are you talking about? A woman tries to talk. Before the date and makes up some lame excuse to flake. Her coworkers called out when you basically tell her you guys can talk on the date is what? You guys need guys, please call up. What are y'all talking about? Let me read this slow again because this is breaking my. A woman tries to talk before the date and makes up some lame excuse to flake. Her coworkers called out when you basically tell her you guys can talk on the dates. I don't know what you're talking about, fam. I don't know. Does anybody know what he's talking about? You see what I'm saying? Does anybody know what he's talking about? I have no idea. Guys, you guys got to call up, fam. Just call up. The phone number is scrolling down right there. Just call up. Let me see where we at with the questions. It says, you said most women are going to be medium to low interest. So is it like finding a needle in a haystack when it comes to finding high interest women, especially when most women are attention whores? No, guys, listen. Let's break this down. I'm so glad you asked this, Sam, because a lot of guys think this, right? So let's break this down. If you are, let's say, at an event and there are 100 women there, right? And I'm just saying 100 just to make this easy for you guys to understand. If there's 100 women in a room, right? And I'm gonna go low, but it's probably more than this. There's 100 women in a room. There are probably at least 10 of those women who will have high interest in you, at least, out of 100 women. Right now, out of those 100 women, there might be, let's say, I don't know, 40 of them that might have medium interest in you, and then 50 who have low interest in you, right? So I'm just throwing the numbers out there. But there's like 10 women who will have high interest in you. Your job is to find the women who have high interest in you. Now, let me ask you this. How many women can you actually deal with? Think about that. How many women can you actually deal with? Right? For most guys, even if you are just hooking up, hanging out with certain women, you're not in a serious situation, you ain't got no main chick. For most dudes, the most amount of women you could probably handle is maybe 3. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe 3. And so if you're in a room with 100 women and 10 of them would have high interest in you, right? And you only could probably handle 3. Is it really like finding a needle in a haystack, or is it that guys waste a lot of time and energy chasing women who don't really like them? You understand? Now, mind you, I'm saying 10 out of 100. So if you wanted another 10, you talk to another 100 women. So now there's 20. So there's 20 women who would have high interest in you, and you only need to fuck with 3. You see what I'm saying? And guys, we have 3 free calls available, 3 free calls. So guys, call in 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300. You feel what I'm saying? So call in. All right, so we got 732. 732 was popping. Are you taking a free call, or are you donating?
I'm doing the free call, bro.
All right, what's going on?
Yo, this is Leak, bro.
What's up? What's popping with you, man?
I'm chilling, bro. So yeah, my question is, what certain behaviors do you women look for in dudes like they want to use for attention, basically?
You said what are the behaviors that women look for when they want to use a guy?
Yeah, like basically, like what are certain behaviors that you could be doing that make her go like, oh, I'm just going to use this guy for attention?
Oh, it's real simple. You don't lead. That's the main behavior. So what I'm saying is that if you are talking to a woman, interacting with her in any way, you approach her or whatever, or you meet her you match with her on a dating app, or you're at a party, you're talking to a girl. Once she realizes that you're not leading, she's like, oh, I can use this nigga. And so what I'm saying is that when you don't lead, she can see that she can have influence over you. And that thought of having influence over you is the thing that's going to make her use you. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So like let's say, for example, if you are, let's say you're at a party or an event or some shit, and you meet a woman and you walk up to her, you introduce yourself, and you're having a conversation, right? And let's say you say, hey, you seem kind of cool. We should like exchange numbers and get together sometime, get a drink or something like that. And then she says, and then you say, give me your number. She says, well, okay, but let me, give me yours or take my Instagram. Like she does something else besides what you're saying. And then you say, all right, cool. I'll take your Instagram, or cool, I'll, give you my number. Right? From that point on, she knows she can use you because she realizes that you were this quick to follow what she's saying. So if you're this quick to follow what she's saying, okay, well, maybe I can tell him something else that he'll follow. Maybe I can get him to do this thing and this other thing, because the other guys that I used were similar to him. So I already see he's showing me behaviors that the other guys I used showed me. So you're similar to those guys. So you're just giving her the indication that it's easy for you to get used, for her to use you. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I get that. I'm thinking it's like something else that you're doing. Like even if you leave, she'll still try to like use you.
Right, but it's what I'm saying. She can't use you. So let's say for example, you tell her, hey, give me your number. We should go out and get some drinks sometime. And she says, well, how about I just give you my Instagram, right? You know what you say to her? You have a good night. Right? So how can she use you if you're not even there? You gone. We're done. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm saying like let's say like you set up a date and she was like, oh, can we talk on the phone more before that date? And you like say no.
Right. So you say no, and then she's either gonna come to the date or not. Mm-hmm. Right. So if you say no, she'd be like, all right, cool. Well, no problem. I'll see you on a date. Or no, she's like, why can't we talk? And she's gonna say, I don't think we should meet up. Right. Either way, you're not getting used. You see what I'm saying? Right. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is a lot of times, even in those situations, you guys get used because you start chasing. Because like you said, if you said, hey, she's like, oh, let's talk more, but you're like, nah, I don't want to talk more. And then she's like, come on, like, I want to get to know you a little bit before we meet up. And you're like, aye, let's talk. And now you're going to get used. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is.
Right. That's what I did. A chick tried to like talk to me on the phone. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then she made up some lame excuse to why she can't show up on the day. So yeah.
Right. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. You see, that's what happens. All right.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right, brother. Appreciate the call, fam. All right. So I think Efosa was trying to call up because, you know, Efosa be calling up when the free calls is happening. I think this is Efosa. Efosa, is this you?
Yeah, I use the free call.
All right. Are you on speaker?
On the free call. I'm not on speaker.
Okay. What's going on with you, man?
So if someone that a lot of hot girls not good in bed, but I think it depends on the type of hot girl, because the hot girls are good in bed.
Wait. You sure you're not on speaker? You sound like you in a hallway. You sound muffled. What's going on?
I'm not on speaker.
Okay, talk into the phone just like that. Go ahead. You said what? Say it slowly. Say it again.
Okay, so like someone that tried to talk about hot girls are not good in bed, most of them are not good in bed. I think it depends on the type of hot girls. Like the hot girls who are OnlyFans girls or porn stars who look sexual, they are usually good in bed. But the Victoria's Secret models, the regular models, hot models, like trying to let me. I don't say they're not usually good in bed. So it depends on the type of hot girls.
Hold on. You saying that you think hot girls aren't good at bed?
No, I'm saying that there's a different type of hot girls. Some the hot girls who are OnlyFans girls or do porn are good in bed. I think most of them, right? But the hot girls who are not good in bed are usually the Victoria's Secret type of models. That's what I'm saying.
Well, this is the thing. You're not going to know if a woman's good in bed until you're fucking. In a lot of cases. You understand? But this is the thing. You will know if so this is the thing. Based on her desire for you can also determine how good in bed she's going to be. So you could say, okay, I can tell or I should say this. You could to an extent say, I can tell she's going to suck in bed because of how she's treating me now, how she's coming at me now, how the interaction's going. She's probably going to suck in bed because she's not really interested in me like that. Now, if she's really, 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 really feeling you, she's sexually attracted to you, then most likely she'll be good in bed. But you still have to actually have sex to see if the woman's good in bed. Now, the reason why there's the idea of the hot girl being lame in bed, which is the stereotype, is because a lot of times what will happen is that you have a lot of hot women who date tricks. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning they date a lot of guys who have money, but they're not actually attracted to those guys. So what happens is that they're dating a lot of these tricks. And so they get used to just kind of like laying there and let the trick do what he got to do and get his nut. You feel what I'm saying? So now she's in that sort of like mindset and mind frame when she's, you know, having sex and doing all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's a hot girls who are periculous. There's a hot girls who sleep around though.
Wait, say it again. Slow it down. Say it again.
There are hot girls who are sleep around. There are a lot of hot girls sleep around. So there are few hot girls sleep around though.
Oh yeah, no. They'll still,
there's a little sex too, you know?
Yeah, there's still a lot of hot girls that'll sleep around. What I'm saying is that even if though they're sleeping around, usually 9 times out of 10, they're not sleeping around with guys they like. They're sleeping around with guys who are tricking, meaning guys who are sponsoring them, guys who put them on the yacht or take them to the expensive restaurant and all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like when me and April, we went to go see the fireworks on 4th of July, and there was a guy sitting in front of us with this girl who looked like kind of like an OnlyFans model. She was with this older dude, and it's like the way they were interacting, you can tell she wasn't really, really feeling him. You understand? So she might be in bed with that guy, and the sex is gonna be whatever because she's just gonna kind of let him probably just. She's going to lay there and let him do what he got to do so she can get paid and keep it pushing. You see what I'm saying?
It's fast. But basically, it's hard for hot women to get the guy they really want. It's difficult for them.
Well, the thing is, they don't find most guys that they don't find most guys that they actually want. And if they do, they are in situations where the guy that they really want don't want them anyway, because the guy, he's like, yeah, she hot, but she corny. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, a lot of these hot women, they don't have to be likable because guys will like them just because they look good. So their personalities ain't really all that. So you understand what I'm saying? So it's a lot of them where they're not like interesting people because they never had to be. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, that also makes it harder for them to make shit happen. So they get surface level attention, but they never really, it's hard for them to still get like a deeper connection in a lot of cases. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
All right. Well, I appreciate the call, Efosa. I'm going to holler at your man.
Come over. Bye-bye.
All right. Peace. All right. I saw 516 was calling up. So 516, call back. You can call back. And we got one free call. So guys, call up. Call the number is 844-672-7300, 844-672-7300 is the number. You feel what I'm saying? All right, we got 516. What's popping? Who this?
Yo, this is Rue. I was calling in for the free call.
All right, what's going on with you?
Hey, doing good. Now I was checking in because sorry.
No, go ahead. You good?
All right. Yeah. I had a few questions. Well, I had one question about for example, like if you're good at vetting women, is it easier for you to, for example, find a wife quickly or find a girlfriend quickly compared to like guys that are not good at vetting women?
You're saying that you're asking if you're vetting women, is it easier to find a wife quickly?
I mean, not a wife, but like, a girl that fits your needs,
So what do you mean by quickly?
I mean, like, for example, find a girl that you could have good chemistry with.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what do you mean by quickly, though?
Like, for example, like after the first date, like you could like see whether or not she's like a girl you could consider like dating long term or something like that.
After the first date? I mean? After the first date?
Not after the first date, but like someone you could.
That's crazy, fam. This is why I got to go to shoplocario.com, get master the vetting process, how to succeed in casual and long-term relationships. Because this is the thing, caller, right? It's not going to be quickly, because in order for you, if you're talking about a woman for a long-term relationship, you're going to have to vet her for at least a year, at least 12 months. So that's not quick. That's at least a year, fam.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? So guys who don't vet actually get women in relationships quicker. The problem is that they also get out of relationships quicker because they got into it quicker. You see what I'm saying? So meaning that they get into a relationship quick, the relationship is horrible, and then they get out the relationship. And it's horrible because they didn't vet. You see what I'm saying? Because part of what makes a woman respect you as a boyfriend or husband is the fact that she has to work to get you. You see what I'm saying? If the woman's not working to get you, she's not going to respect you. So if you meet a woman and you make her your girl in 2 months, she ain't going to respect you because she didn't have to do nothing to get there. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. So even when you're talking about quickly, that within itself is you trying to rush the process, which means you'll be more likely the guy who's going to rush it and not vet her and then be in a relationship with a woman who's not even respecting you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like if you're vetting one girl, right? Should you like vet more than one girl, like besides that girl?
Hold on. That sounds like two questions, though. You said you got the free call, fam. You gotta hang up, call back, donate, and then we'll actually, you can ask some more questions. All right. Well, I appreciate the call, fam. Yes, sir. Y'all be trying to sneak in other questions, man. He said he wants to make her his girl after the first date. I'm telling you, this shit crazy. That shit's crazy. Nah, vetting takes a while, and see, that's the thing, is that the longer it takes, the more quality the relationship will be. So what happens is that when you rush into a relationship, right? The reason why you're rushing is because you're needy. And so what's going to happen is that you are going to be entering a relationship where you haven't really seen if the woman is qualified to be your girl. And part of the vetting process is for you also as a man to have patience so that when this woman is your girlfriend or wife, right? You've learned to lead and also have patience so that you are actually a beneficial boyfriend or husband to that woman. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. Let me see what some more of these questions are saying. Where was we at? So did you hear about the man proposed to his woman 43 times until she said yes? Yeah, I heard about that shit. But again, that's a woman settling and a guy chasing. All right, 816, call back. I see you just called in. Call back. Let me see where we at. This says, how would you explain to a woman why you don't spoil women or give women money? Because I learned to never spend money on women unless she invests in you. Well, the thing is this, is that you don't have to have that conversation with women who like you. So if you really have to have that conversation, if she's bringing that up, or you feel the need that you have to have that conversation because of how she's coming at you, she don't really like you. She's just there for the money. So that's just a sign she ain't really fucking with you like that. Says, you guys say we shouldn't try to charge women, but if, for example, wait, hold on. You guys say we shouldn't try to change. I thought you said charge. We shouldn't try to change women. But if, for example, a woman is a tomboy and you start to tell her what to wear, a dress, and tell her how to do her hair, does that count as changing? My question is, if you don't like chicks who look like tomboys, why even talking to her in the first place like that? Right? So it's not about telling a woman to change, it's telling women what you like. Now, you could be talking to tomboy and you can tell her, hey, listen, I want to go out with you, but I want you to wear a dress, blah, blah, blah. And then, she'll do that if she's interested in you. But, it's not about changing a woman. It's telling her what you want. And then she follows through or she doesn't. So if a woman is following a man's lead to use him for some dick before ghosting her after the third link, wasn't he still used to? What? I'm trying to understand how you claim men don't get used with game. What? Oh, I got to read this slow again. My God, y'all have talent for writing these questions. 816 was popping. Who this?
What's going on? It's A-Rod.
What's going on? Did you donate though?
No, I'm not sure where you donate at.
Oh man. So listen, at the top of the chat, they got the PayPal. What else we got? We got the PayPal and the Venmo. You feel what I'm saying? So you can click the PayPal button, donate, and then call back. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
All right, peace. All right, so let's go back to Walter. So Walter said, if a woman is following a man's lead to use him for some dick before ghosting her after the third link. Wait, so he's ghosting her? I'm confused. Walter, you gotta call up. I'm confused. You gotta call up. You gotta call up. You know what I'm saying? But let me see what else we got. Is it simping to get in one knee and propose to a woman for marriage? Yes. When I got married, I didn't get on one knee. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. It says, what would you think is better online dating or in-person approach, like what's easier to get a good rate to smash? Well, this is the thing. I would say this, right? Is that if I had to choose between online and in person, like which one is more efficient and easier, it's definitely in person. But I say this though, if you actually, know how to use online dating, you understand, you can really get a lot more shit popping at one time. You understand what I'm saying? So what I say is this, right? So for the average guy, he's better off going in person, but he actually has to put in work. It ain't like, oh, well, let me just go in person because that'll make me get some pussy. No, you can still talk to a bunch of chicks in person and nothing will happen because you won't know how to fucking, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to actually, communicate or flirt or make anything happen, right? But if you're actually going out there putting in work, flirting, then you'll be good. But let's go to 816. 816 was popping. Who this?
What's going on? This A-Ride.
Okay, I see you. I got you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on?
Okay, so I've had two females come through to the spot. One of them, she was acting nervous. Okay, well I'm gonna give you a little backstory. I just told her to come through. Because I had met her on the street. I told her to come through. As a matter of fact, at first I told her let's get a drink. She said she didn't want to get the drink. So then I told her, would you prefer to come to my house instead? She said, yes, I'll come to your spot instead. She comes over. So she's acting real nervous at my house. She's acting all nervous, like unsettled or whatever. So I just small talk with her. And cause I'm trying to let her get the little butterflies out or whatever. And so eventually that's when I started to progress the conversation into sexual talk. At first we were just talking about just random stuff like, how long you been here? She wasn't from here. So then I start moving it into, okay, so, how freaky are you? How freaky would you say you are? Stuff like that. So we move into that. So I told her to come sit in my lap. I was like, come over here, sit on my lap. So she comes, sits in my lap. I'm rubbing up on her, touching her and everything, touching her titties and stuff. So then she gets up and goes in back and sits down in the chair that I called her from. So then she started acting playing to start playing. She was like, so I was like, come back over here. She was like, why you want me to come back over there? Right. So I was like, cause I want to fill up on you and touch. I want to talk to you while you over here. So she was like, oh, so you just want to chat? So she started acting real goofy and shit. So I said, look, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just take you back home. So we're driving home, and halfway to her house, she says, oh, okay, where did I go wrong? I was like, well, I mean, I told you to come sit on my lap the second time, and you didn't. She was like, well, I'm awkward. So I was like, so she was like, but I want to go back. I want to go back to your house. So I was like, all right, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I want to fuck you though. She was like, okay. I want to fuck you too. So we go back to my crib and then we end up doing it.
Okay.
So where did I fuck up? Cause I'm thinking I fucked up at having too much of the small talk when she first got there.
Fam, you fucked up from the beginning. What was the first thing you asked her to do?
You talking about when she came to my house?
No, before that.
Oh, I told her to go get a drink.
Right, and what did she say?
She said, nah, I'm cool on that.
Okay, so why are you fucking with her? That's what I'm saying, bro. What are you doing? That's what I'm saying. She already resisted your offer, and then you offered her another thing. And then when she was at your house, she was acting wishy-washy, giving you more resistance, which is always what's going to happen. And then y'all left, and then you brought her back and smashed?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you can't be doing. Listen, man, you got to be careful with that shit, because first of all, when a woman is resisting, you got to cut it off, because she's already showing you she's not interested. That's why she resisted when she was at your house, right? Then on top of that, when she's resisting and going back and forth with you, right? That's her showing that she's not comfortable actually doing the do with you. But then you brought her back there to do it. And so what I'm saying is that you never want to do a chick who's wishy-washy, because if she is feeling somewhat uncomfortable or kind of like iffy about it, and then she does do it, that could be a situation where she feels funny later. You understand? Okay. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta. So what I'm saying is that you have to be dealing with a woman who is 100% about what you're about. So this is the type of shit chick you shouldn't be dealing with is you meet the girl, you said, let's go get a drink. She should be like, that sounds great. Let's go get a drink. And I get a drink. You flirt with her. She's flirting back. You understand? The sexual tension's there. You say, hey, let's go back to my place. She says, awesome, let's do that. Y'all go back to your place. Y'all chilling there. You maybe talk to her for a little bit. Y'all flirting a little more. Y'all start kissing and all of that. She's doing it. She's listening to everything you say. Y'all have sex. And then you send her on her way. She gets home. She texts you, hey, I had a really great time. That's the type of shit you want. Not this back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this other extra shit. Now, what I'm saying is that hopefully, right, nothing transpires after this with this woman. What I'm saying, though, is you could be in a situation where you're with a woman in this particular type of situation again, and y'all end up doing it. And then later after, she feels like, oh, I feel like he took advantage of me. I feel like he did this. I was pressured. I was coerced. You don't want none of that shit. And the way to avoid that is only deal with women who give you consistent cooperation. So when you first told that woman, hey, let's get a drink, and she declined, you should have been like, have a nice night. And that's it. You keep it moving.
Okay. Now what about the small talk at the beginning of the meeting? Like how short of the time what should be the duration for the small talk when they first get there?
What are you talking about? Get where?
Like when they first get to your house, like we had a little small talk. Like what would you say is a good amount of time to have small talk before you start making the moves and stuff?
I mean, it don't really matter, because the thing is that if you've already on your way to the house, you could have small talk. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make a difference. Like you can literally get in there and just start getting busy. You feel what I'm saying? So like,
because I mean, I know sometimes you had said like too much kicking it with them when they first get there is bad.
Well, yeah, but there's no reason to. That's what I'm saying. Like, so what I'm saying is, if the shit is what you call it, if the sexual tension is high, then you just go with the momentum and keep the shit going. You ain't got, because what I'm saying is, you don't even need to do any more talking, because y'all already know what's going to go down. So it's just like we in there, we get it cracking, and we keep it going into that direction. But listen, you only donated $5, fam. I gave you a lot of information. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
All right, man. All right, brother. I appreciate the call, fam. All right. So let me see what these other questions are saying. Hold on. Where was we at? So this says, oh yeah, we already did that one. Have you had times you knew you had to break up with a chick, but it was hard for you? Or what are some reasons you had to break up in previous relationships, and what lessons did you learn from them? So AJ Lino, you still trying to break up with this girl? You still trying to break up with this girl? Oh shit, that's hilarious. That is crazy. But I'll say this, man, is that, the thing is that when it's, the lessons you learn from it, right, is that when it's time to call it a day, it's time to call it a day. You know what I'm saying? When it's time to call it a day, we call it a day. You understand? So that's the thing. Don't hold on to the shit longer than you need to hold on to it. Because a lot of times, the longer you with the chick, you know, you see the red flags, you see the bullshit happening, you see the shit falling apart, but you want to hold on to it because, you know, you're like, I love her and I have the feelings, but you gotta let that shit go. So this says, does your online dating conversation include social media? Been getting a lot of women on IG to follow. Some respond, but can't get them out on a date. So no, the online dating consultation is about online dating apps. Right now, if you want to learn how to get chicks from social media, right, you need to go to badboymembership.com. Because on the Bad Boy Membership, I have a program basically called How to Attract Women on Social Media. You understand what I'm saying? So I break down how to do the social media thing. So like if you're on Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that. It says, you meet a woman at the club. What's an instruction I can give her that knows she's not a tricking? Some of these girls think what? You got to call up. You got to call up, Gilberto. You got to call up. I don't know what you're talking about. It says, can you do more spiritual programs on a Bad Boy Membership? They're fire. Well, this is the thing. I'm going to do more of those on, I'm going to put some, well, this is the thing. So on Shop Locario, I'm going to put some more of my programs. I'm actually creating more programs about spirituality, happiness, goal setting, making money, shit like that. So I'm going to be putting more videos on Locario Motivation for that on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to be having, some more products and stuff like that soon. You know what I mean? It says, what do I need to work on or change in myself to genuinely feel and believe that I'm an attractive man beyond just knowing it rationally? Well, this is what I would tell you, Lux. I would tell you to go to masculineidentitymembership.com and join the Masculine Identity Membership, because Miles does the Zoom calls. You got the membership programs on all that stuff that will actually help you out a lot. You feel what I'm saying? So go to masculineidentitymembership.com. It says, if a woman begs you to marry her but gets mad if you won't do a state permit, she blows up and hangs up on you, then acts aloof from text and blocks me, but leaves me as Facebook friends. What's going on? Bro, you can't be serious. You still thinking about marrying this woman? Are you insane? Are you insane? You need to leave that situation and start over with a new chick and stop dating these women who don't like you, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. You talking about this way he's begging to marry you, but she's acting that way. You got to keep that shit pushing. Keep it pushing. All right, so listen, guys, man, we're going to wrap this up. We're about to wrap this up. It's midnight right now. What's today? Today is, it's Friday right now because it just turned Friday. So at 4:15 p.m. today, we're going to be doing the Friday show, myself and Miles. Make sure you guys tune in. Me and Miles just recorded the Bad Boy show earlier today. I'm going to upload that after I get off here. So you guys can go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario to join the Patreon so you can hear, the Bad Boy show, because the Bad Boy show is fire. You feel me? Make sure you guys do that. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody who donated, called, and all that other good stuff. Make sure, again, guys, go to masculineidentitymembership.com, shoplocario.com, badboymembership.com, and cunninghamelements.com. You feel what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that and get that cracking. So, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You said it's 6 a.m. in Norway. Goddamn. Shit. Crazy. But anyway, so I will holler at you guys later. And remember, people, the truth is inside you. I'm out of here. Peace. Step up your game and go to shoplocario.com. That is the place where you can get my books, audio, and video programs in one place. All you got to do is type in shoplocario.com and step up your game today. Game Kings 2, The Definition of Man is out right now. Click the link below or go straight to masculineidentity.com to get your copy today. Click the links below to get private one-on-one coaching sessions with Mr. Locario or Miles Cunningham to step up your game. These coaching sessions are designed to help you with your specific needs in the dating game. So make sure you click the links below right now so that you can step up your game today. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.
Because Locario, in my opinion, is the best dating coach on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Everything he says, ambulance. Everything he says, I have nothing against him. I have no contradiction. Everything he says, I say, yeah, it's this guy